Welcome, soccer fans, to another episode of Harlan Cyclone Soccer. Tonight we have the Harlan Cyclone girls against the Creston Panther girls. You're watching on HLTV 15, and looks to be an exciting game tonight.
Yeah, it's a little chilly in the air, but hey, there's no rain. Should be a typical spring soccer game for Iowa. It's either 95 degrees or it's cold, so I think we just have one of those cold days today.
Maybe a little less windy. I don't know. It looks like the wind's picking up, so yeah, definitely typical Iowa soccer weather. Harlan still has Haley Good back in goal as Grace Albertson's recovering from broken fingers. So that'll still be interesting, make this one a little different for him, I think.
Harlan girls starting to move it up this day outside, kind of bringing it back. Taking a nice time, a little bit of possession ball here.
It's a good turn outside by Lily Scheckinger. And that's kind of Harlan's MO, is to attack and play Schwezo through.
Schwezo takes a kick and just, it looks like the goalie just got a finger on it to make it bounce the outside of the goal.
Yeah, I think ref missed the touch, though, so I think he's given a goal kick.
Yep. Short goal kick, just out to the outside, and now it will be a Harlan throw. The poor pass there by Creston.
And that's one thing I've noticed over the past few games is Harlan struggles with getting their girls to run down the line or
get them moving. They kind of position themselves, but they stay there, and it makes it easier for the defense to kind of swarm up. It was a Creston throw, still possessing the ball, kind of slowly bringing that up.
We'll swing it backside and try a through ball. I thought maybe she was offsides by a step, but ref's got a better view than me.
Yep, from this side it would definitely look like she was offsides, but Kiergaard kind of moving the ball back and forth. Harlan stays, kind of that'll go out for a Harlan throw. That's something they kind of struggle with sometimes, as they get into the habit of taking one too many touches. But yes.
As you see from the beginning of the game, they can definitely possess the ball.
And Harlan, Creston's defense is slowly moving to one side of the field because they can tell they're, aiming for, why wouldn't you? Schwezo's been one of their top scorers.
Yeah, she's got 24 goals on the year.
So it makes sense to squeeze this one side, but maybe to bring it back, cross it over to get it, open it up for her again.
Yeah, because I believe even in the middle, Ivy Stevens has double-digit goals, and then Kayla Anderson has 5 on the backside. So it's not really an attack you can slough on, but you got to focus on Schwezo for sure.
Yes, definitely. Another goal kick for Creston here. Creston definitely playing more of the style of control, short goal kicks. But that's kind of playing into Harlan's.
Yeah, if Harlan keeps up this intensity and pressure, that's definitely going to play into their hands on the short passes, and unless Creston starts to move the ball a little faster.
Schwezo trying to make a quick turnaround there, but lost it. Creston throw in. Easy pickup ball for Harlan.
And there's going to be a foul on the Cyclones. Creston plays it quick, but it's going to be a little too far for their forwards. That's one, maybe wait over the ball a little bit, let your team get up.
Yeah, she didn't quite wait. I know they were looking like they wanted to get there in a hurry, but they just needed to wait just a little longer.
Suizo tries to take it down line, but it's knocked out by the Panthers.
Yep.
And that right there, that's what I'm talking about.
Yep, just the
throw down the line, but she's not running yet.
Right. She's not running, and she's got two defenders standing behind her. They have two people in the middle that are wide open, Kiergaard and number, looks like 15.
I think 19.
19?
Adrian
19, yep.
Earlbeck.
Earlbeck, yes.
And it looks like we're going to be whistled for a handball. Looks like she was trying to defend herself, but she kind of handled it, so.
That one's always a touchy one, joke intended, just because the ball it bounces up and it's just a natural instinct, and sometimes refs just call that inadvertent and others call it a handball right away. So
yeah, it's definitely an objective one for the referees because, there's sometimes you can't do anything to get your hands out of the way.
No, I think that was one that just popped right up there and there was nothing she could do. Throw in for Creston, keeping it back. Kind of playing the ball between their mids.
A long ball up top. Haley Good will come out and grab that pretty easily. And Kayla Anderson hustling, keep it in.
Nice hustle
Good
by her.
effort.
Now, nice play through for Suizo. Suizo takes it one-on-one, but kicks it right to the goalie. That's a hard one. You got that goalie in front of you, and you're looking at her to see which way she's going, and kind of sometimes comes a natural kick for you to send it right towards the goalie. But that was a nice play for Harlan there.
Definitely one Suizo will want back.
Yes.
Not often you get those one-on-one opportunities with the goalie, but great ball in from Anderson.
Another one coming across. Suizo again going to the left, but didn't get quite all of her foot on that one. Defender had it on her back pocket there. So
yeah, definitely her weaker foot of the two, but it's good to see her still giving it a go with the left.
Nice possession ball here, just playing it back and forth, keeping that.
Just a little mistouch and pass there, but that's something we haven't seen out of the girls much this year, dropping it back to go forward.
They move forward, right. Kind of keeping it in front of them, I like that. Playing up.
Creston's looks like they have a keeper similar to what Lewis Central did last week, where she's off her line pretty early.
Yeah. Really shrinks down those angles a little bit more, but does leave the far corners a little more open if you can get to it. So
Ivy Stevens drops back and wins the ball for the Cyclones, and the girls trying to possess it a little better.
Deep kick by the defender, sending it all the way up, and it will be a goal kick for Creston.
Again, you wonder if throughout the game you'll see Harlan kind of creep up on those short options.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering hoping the coaches might call them on that, because let those Creston forwards sit all by themselves back there. That's a definite offsides. Nice cross right to the middle, and looks like Suizo. No, that wasn't Suizo. It was looked like Ivy Stevenson had a kick. You had to use her left foot. Didn't quite get it there, but was still a nice push on goal. We're getting some nice through balls here. Just
yeah, Suizo's definitely got the speed to beat this defense.
Yes.
And, again, it's just the keeper coming out. If she can get to the ball before the keeper comes out for it.
That's where that possession ball might come into play here a little more, allowing a little more control instead of kicking it all the way up. There's a nice stop there. Yeah, I'd like to see the the Cyclone D move up just a little bit, forcing those forwards to come up with them.
Yeah.
Make Creston not trying to get a breakaway here, because it looks like that's what their style is going to be.
Which Harlan does have some speed on the back line, but we haven't really had a chance to see Creston's forwards run at all. So.
No, we haven't. So maybe the coaches have seen something or heard, but it would be nice. Most of the D has moved up. It would be nice to see more of them just kind of keep sliding up, especially on this corner.
Yeah, typically, as far as when I coached, you keep one more defender back than what they have attackers, so you typically see 2 defenders back with their 1 up top.
Yep. Nice attempt in. It was a nice look. Tried for a header, but I think it quite went off the top of one of the Cyclone players, but we still have control. That's nice to see.
Yeah, Earlbeck just couldn't get a solid foot on that shot, but
Nope.
fell right to her on the backside as it went over Stevens' head. And the Creston girls showing a good spout of possession right now. But I don't think their long balls are going to work. It looks like Harlan's speed is going to be a little too much for them unless they time it perfectly.
Yeah. That or they get a real clear through ball for them and they're playing it. So
Looked like maybe a handball between the batting balls.
yeah, a little hard to.
Again, so many bodies in there, it's hard for the officials
Right,
to see
look-
anything.
Looked like the ball was caught in between the 2 players.
Yeah.
So I don't really like seeing possession ball in the box with that many people, but right now it's playing out for Harlan. Nice kick out for.
A little bit of miscommunication there. It looked like Kiergaard thought Ivy Stevens was going to stay wide, and
Yep, that's why. And Ivy kind of made a pause, thinking she was going to take it an extra touch. So again, seeing this, I like seeing this possession ball play by the girls.
good battle there from Anderson to win the ball too. Just need a little better pass after the win.
Now we got Marissa Schmidt coming in and number 14, Casey Anderson, both coming in on each side of the wings there in the mid.
Looks like Torniton and Lily Schecking are going to take a breather.
He looks like, we have the numbers up. Nice cross, and we just didn't have someone on that ready on that back, quite on the back side.
It's a great ball from Anderson across the box. Just I don't know if they were a little late or just couldn't judge it well enough.
Yeah, I think they were worried about being offsides. Creston defense was kind of staying up a little bit. I think it was just kind of hard for that angle.
But yeah, that's a great cutback and a good ball in from Anderson from the backside. Again, Creston shows their own little spurts of possession as well. But Harlan has definitely been the better at doing it consistently.
Kicking a little back and forth here, battle between their front and mids of Creston with our defense.
Yeah.
It's an out. It's nice. It would be a throw for Cyclones there.
That's a good quick throw to the middle to Kiergaard.
Yep, a nice send up for, looks like Anderson on the outside, tries to, just gets a little away from her on that one.
Yeah. Defender just got there a hair sooner than she did, and just a little deflection off her.
It'll be a goal kick for Creston. This is where I like to see the defense move up because they had not sent anything deep yet. And it still really didn't send it deep, even though she looked like she was going to let it fly. It sent it right up to a mid.
And Creston will play it through, but nobody home for their attack.
So an easy pickup for Cyclone goalie.
And Cassie Anderson gets a couple good touches there. She's got help.
She tried to play it through, but just kind of played it away from her players. Didn't quite read that.
Yeah, they also hadn't started their runs or anything.
Nope.
Because I think they were right on top of the defensive line. So had they started, probably getting called offsides.
Those are those moments where you're kind of caught in between, like, should I go or not?
Creston's doing a really good job of holding their back line defensively. Looks like Schwiezo's going to get fouled.
Yep.
Little push from the Creston defender.
Looks like Schwiezo's going to take it. Hopefully the girls on the outside. Nice play through. But you're right. This much like Lewis Central, their goalie plays way off the line.
Yeah, the Lewis Central game, I think when Lewis Central had the ball, she was kind of like Harlan's keeper is. She's top of the 18 the whole time. So
yeah.
Creston goes with a good cut inside, but no one home for the pass forward.
Local Cyclone coverage on HLTV Channel 15 is brought to you by Keast Auto Center in Harlan, Iowa, Shelby County Farmers Mutual and Century Farm Insurance, Hanson House Senior Living. Experience life, experience Hanson House.
Conducting Swampler is a proud supporter of the Harlan community, education, and student activities. We move your business forward.
United Bank of Iowa. The difference is here. Member FDIC.
Polly Jones Funeral Home, longtime supporter of Harlan Community Athletics and events.
We're your station for Western Iowa sports. Cool Gold 105.3 FM, Tano D in Harlan, Iowa.
Family Service Community, SCSB.
Dr. J's Family Eye Care, longtime supporter of Cyclone Sports in Harlan.
Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex. Live well.
Cyclone Lanes, great family entertainment including bowling, sandwiches, and homemade buttercrust pizzas.
And we'll see Torrington and Scheckinger come back on and get Stevens and Earlbeck a quick breather. And we'll see a good ball through from Anderson. And
it should be a corner.
Deflected out for a corner.
Schwiezo had the right idea, trying to send it back across rather than just take in the goal shot. She didn't really have the angle on the goalie, so
that's one I've been wanting to see more from her this year. She tends to take that shot near post a lot of times.
Yeah. So and that time she was looking like she was going to turn to make that. She did have a player on the out. Anderson was open on the other side, but just couldn't get quite off the defender's foot.
Kayla with the ball in off the post and out for a goal kick.
Yep.
That's one you hate to see. You got to have that ball in play so your team has a chance for it.
Yeah, I'd like to see it head more towards the middle of the box rather than right over the goalie. It's an easy punch out for them.
Torrington wins the ball.
Torrington's got no one breaking arm. Nice send through. Schwiezo's got it down, lets it roll out for another corner. Is on these goal kicks too. Creston's sending two of their defenders way back. We could actually send one of our forwards almost right up to it.
Yeah. And you see that last one, she finally played it long and wasn't the best long ball. So
no.
Anderson with a stutter step.
It did play to the middle like we were talking about. Just didn't quite get off one of the Cyclone's feet.
Yeah.
But it's another corner. Looks like the goalie stepped out. So Cyclones get another shot at it.
Kayla usually gets a pretty good ball in there. You know, with the way the Cyclones set up their runners, it'd be nice to see a low one on the ground.
There's that. We just as we say that, we got one.
I've seen a lot of opportunities they've had where they get their runners through, and a low one on the ground would be a lot easier for them to handle.
Yep.
And yeah, just as we say it, that's what happens. And there's the Creston keeper just out early on those balls.
Another throw by Harlan, not quite looking at where the player's breaking to and throwing it to a space, which basically just leads it right to Creston, but they were able to get it back, so this plays out well. You got Anderson on the outside again. Look to send it across. And it'll be another throw for the Cyclones.
And a good quick throw by Anderson.
Yep.
That's another thing you like to see.
There you go. Nice setup. Anderson sends it back across. This is where you'd like to see the mids come up more to the top of the key, just a little bit more.
Yeah, they need something. Creston's defense is pretty stingy right now.
Yep. Yeah. And that ball keeps bouncing back out, but they're not clearing it deep. That's the one thing for Creston. They're stopping it, but they're not clearing it deep. Having that one extra player at the top maybe stopping them could be, but maybe the coaches are seeing something, seeing a little different. We get the whole view of the field, so it's easier up here.
I was going to say, we're a little higher up, so we have a better vision of what's all going on
than field play. And maybe it's not playing out quite that way on the field. Everything looks a little different from up here.
Harlan knocking the ball around nicely. And we'll get whistled for offsides. Yes.
That one was a little hard to.
I thought.
I'm not sure who he's calling it to offsides. It looked more like Suizo was offsides in the middle than Anderson, and that's where the ball went. But
so I think when they kicked the ball, Anderson was there. But by the time our eyes got up there, it looked like she was onside. It was a tight one.
It's their call,
and they've got the view right down the line. We're kind of at an angle, so.
Yep. And, of course, we're going to be just a tad bit biased.
Yes.
Another nice play by Anderson. Sends it over.
Good.
Nice crossover. Just over the head of both players for Cyclones. They weren't quite ready for it.
Yeah, it's Kayla's doing a good job on the backside getting those crosses in.
Yes.
And, just going to take one to get knocked home.
Another short goal kick for Creston. And I like seeing the Cyclones attacking it right away. That'll be should be a Cyclone throw in.
Kiergaard doing a good job with her quick cuts. And it looks like maybe Anderson needs to take a couple steps back so she can start her runs a little sooner.
Yeah.
She seems to be a little behind because she's on the back line.
Yep. Yeah, she's not. Creston does have one of their defenders sitting back a little bit farther, so she could actually take off a little quicker. But again, we're saying on the top, we're seeing the whole field.
Yeah.
She's only seeing a portion of it, so it's a little harder to see.
Anderson,
nice battle up the side, but looks like Creston was able to get it. Nice stop there.
Harlan also just has girls right in the right position as Torrington can't quite keep possession.
A little bump and play there, but the ref keeps it going. That's all part of soccer. Every once in a while you get bumped and knocked down.
And Suizo turns.
Should send it across. Up.
She's just missed kicking it. She's got the right idea. She just isn't getting her whole foot on the ball at the end.
If she gets those in, we got 2 Cyclones right there ready just to bump it because the goalie's focused on her. I think we're bound to get a couple of these in here soon. So
yeah, the girls definitely keeping up the pressure, and it's something that you like to see.
Creston now trying to make a push. They're 3 against our 4. We've already set back now 5, so I think we're going to be able to get that turned around. Again, we did, but it kicked it out.
Ava Miller doing a good job tracking over and getting onto the ball. Be out for a Panther throw.
This has been the first push for a while for the Panthers down on our half of the field here.
Yeah, and you see with Creston, they do a little bit better job. He's going to pull her back. She threw it a little too far ahead. They're doing a better job with having girls run down the line and moving to get open.
Yep.
This Kiergaard gets the ball, just can't get it past that first defender. And she's going to get whistled for a frustration little push in the back.
Right from the back. Bump her, let them know that I'm still here.
Yeah, it's one of those when you lose possession of the ball, kind of on a dumb thing that you get frustrated and it's a little shove in the person's back. That ball's going to roll wide and it'll be a Cyclone goal kick.
Yep.
We'll see Stevens and Earl come back on and get Schmidt and looks like Kayla Anderson a break.
Looks like he called her for a hand. It was off her chest and came off her arm, but I suppose it, again, it's one of those objective looks in her angle. Nice play up. Suizo's looked like she had the outside, but just ends up not getting complete control of the ball and ends up knocking it out.
Just needed a little longer first touch. That's something I'd like to see as the game goes on, is her take a long first touch around the defense. She'll get onto this one deep. She's got Stevens' backside.
Yep. Again, just not quite. She's got the idea of sending it. She just doesn't.
I think she's rushing it a little bit.
Yeah.
She's just trying to force it early.
Wouldn't mind even seeing her take a tap, roll it back, and go around that first defender that's kind of trying to run with her. They're catching up with her when she's about to get her kick. So I think that's the.
It's something I've kind of seen with the girls this year. They get to a spot and they're like, "Oh, I should have crossed it by now," and then they force that ball.
Again, nice play through. Suizo just not quite ready on the run.
Yeah, Torrington played a great ball on the ground across.
But again, the goalie is not that. I mean, right on the outside of the box. So she's out there. So it's going to be a fast play if we're going to get one of those.
It's a very active keeper back there.
Yep.
And that'll be out for it's going to be a Cyclone throw. Wasn't sure if the ref quite caught that deflection.
Yeah.
It would have been a 50-50 one for me. So, again, our bias, I'm always going to say it's probably Harlan's ball, but.
Right. Even from up here, it was kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
The first, again, here's about the only second time in the game where Creston's actually had any type of push offensively, and we clear it up deep.
And just, it looks like, Creston's getting into that attacking third, and then just the miscommunication is keeping them from continuing the attack.
Yep. This is where the defense could even take an extra touch.
Yeah.
Rather than just trying to clear it, taking an extra touch. Nice Nice ball handling with Anderson here.
Doing a really good job of dribbling around the defense.
Yep.
But can't
Just
find the pass.
held on to it just a little too long. Allows the defender to kind of close in on her a little bit more.
Good
Another
ball
play
from
through.
Stevens.
Suizo's got it again, one-on-one with the goalie. Takes a right kick, but that goalie's out. Took that angle away from her.
Yeah, one of these Suizo might want to think about aiming it towards the near post. It looks like she's got a lot of natural curl on her shot.
Yeah.
So maybe try and curl it into the near post, but
even trying to, if she can, pop it up over the goalie, because she's so far out of the box that she is not. It would be hard to retreat. Another nice play through.
With a good ball to Torrington, who just kind of lunges with her right foot at it. Off balance, couldn't do much other than that.
That would have been a nice one to see Torrington try to use her left foot. I'm not sure, you know what I mean, what her strength is on that one. It's a lot of times at high school, they're just not as strong with their left or confident, so they don't take it.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of seeing that play, you can tell she's a right-footed player because you'll take any swing at it with your right foot when, left, you could maybe get a little more, but if you're not comfortable, it's a hard habit to break.
Yeah. Kayla Anderson just came in, replaced Suizo for on.
And we'll get the ball back to Torrington.
Near side. Nice play through. Stevens has got a cut. Takes a nice shot. Again, that goalie being out. They're aiming for the outside corner, and I think you're right. Maybe trying to short one up to the inside and see if she can break on it fast enough. But the goalie for the Panthers is very active and moving.
Yeah. And the Panthers do a good job of almost possessing it out. Cassie Anderson with a shot, but easily caught by the Panther goalkeeper. Yeah, and, you can't really, again, like I said at the beginning, you can't really forget about Ivy Stevens. She was leading the team in goals for a while.
Right. A little trip up by... they waved it off. Looked like a clean play. I mean, she was playing the ball. So, I mean, that could have easily been one where they...
A little too much of the late dribbling by the Cyclones. You like to see them get back into the possession and do a better job of that as Haley Good comes out and gets the ball.
Start taking that 1-2 touches again, getting rid of the ball faster like they were earlier in the game rather than holding on to it. I think getting back to that will get us moving. Creston's now slowly moving back up the field. They're up to about our 30, trying to send it through, but...
Yeah, that's something we used to coach with the boys is, 2-3 touches and it better be off your foot.
Yep.
But Harlan's had some success dribbling, so I think they've kind of got it in their heads now. I can dribble around a defender.
Yeah.
As you see Stevens get around the first one, just can't get the ball through.
A little bit more controlled passing right here. There you go. The call for it. Nice.
Yeah, just not the best pass.
No.
That's something you'll notice with the girls. They usually always have the right idea. It's just sometimes the execution just lets them down. As Lily Scheckinger will come over and she tries to win it but can't find that next pass. That'll be out for a Cyclone throw. Kayla Anderson with a nice cut. She's got Torrington in the middle.
Yeah, but and she just outruns the defender.
She'll just win with pace, and
it's
just that final ball.
Yeah,
it's.
I think I could hear that or send it hard across up higher.
Yeah, it's they're just something has been off with that final ball every time so far.
It's just waiting for that moment for it to break. We're right there. We've got 2 extra players down on the, they're even open. So it's either we're eventually going to get the touch or they're going to get the break that they're looking for.
Yeah, we've got about 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first half. And, here you see Harlan keeper Haley Good. She's also very quick off her line.
Yeah, just a little more aggressive.
Yeah, traditionally a field player, so you see her breaking on the ball a little earlier. And, right there, Creston's keeper at the 18 just has to slide over to win that.
And it is helpful when they play up high, and especially on these deep balls where really there is no real pressure unless they have a real speedster at the forward position. And the Panthers seem like they don't have one at this point. We have not seen one that can just outrun our defense. So
yeah, and that's the thing, is this keeper's playing up against the Harlan Cyclones, and it's going to help them because we've noticed throughout the year Harlan's attack is, a long through ball. As we'll go with a long shot, that's just easily settled by Haley at the goal.
Yep. Realize, does this take a step back, let it take the bounce rather than let it float, try to get it while it's still in the air.
Yeah.
Nice, easy catch then for...
And you like to see the header pass, but that was maybe one she should have chested down and controlled.
Yeah.
Because here we get a good throw on a run from Ivy Stevens.
Stevens made a nice pass the center. Creston pushing it up, looking.
And Anderson's
got a nice run here. And it should be a corner.
Out for a corner.
We'll see if we can capitalize on this corner. Get one of the Harlan defenders to come on up.
Yeah, Schwiezo's on the bench, so you lose some of your height in there. So we'll see what the Cyclones come up with.
Right there.
Oh, good.
Oh.
That'll fall to Lily shaking her.
She had the right idea.
Good shot.
Very good shot.
Finally a good solid foot on the ball. Just got to keep it below the crossbar.
Yeah. It's easy to do. You get a little excited there because you can see the goal was open. And she had a good shot at it. So
and those ones rolling out are usually the ones that are harder for controlled under the crossbar lower shots.
Yep. Well, I like the idea. I like the fact that Harlan's getting quite a few shots on goal.
Yeah.
It's just kind of just waiting for that one moment when finally one will just break the back of the, break through here. Overall, Creston the Panthers really have not had put on a full attack.
No, I mean, their only opportunities have been long shots, and I think there's really only been one of those. As the Panthers can't control it and it's out for a Cyclone throw, and Schwiezo will come back on for Tornaton.
Yep, now there was a nice look towards the center first because the run down the side was not there. Just didn't get it controlled.
And a good job by, it looked like Kate Kester's kicking it off the Creston forward for a Cyclone throw. She's got a good long throw on her.
Yeah, again, the center was open again. I realize you would sometimes like to throw up the sidelines to kind of help control that ball, but
that one's going to squeak through to Anderson.
And she sends it up, but just kicks it a little too hard ahead of with the goalie playing that far out was an easy tap back out to her defenders.
But need more whip on that ball to get it to curl back to your forward. But that one, I mean, from my eyes up here, it didn't look like the keeper is super comfortable swinging out a bouncing ball.
No.
You see there Ava Miller rotating outside, and looked like Lauren Schmitz dropping into the middle to cover for a good little rotation by the Cyclone defense.
It's nice to when you start seeing the players catching on to make those.
Yep.
Where in the beginning of the season we didn't quite see them making those shifts, and now they're kind of naturally doing it, or at least from up here it doesn't look like they're talking, but maybe they are.
Yeah.
But they're just doing it. It's kind of nice to see that happen. Nice goal kick again, and a push for...
Stevens does a good job of going across the middle. And
Anderson sends it up with...
She's got Schwiezo in the middle. Just takes too long of a touch, and it's going to be out for a corner. You like to see a little... It's a tough one because, she needs that long touch probably to get past that first defender, but...
Yeah.
Then the second... Like you've said, Creston's got the defender hanging back. And again,
I like to see one more person crash on that center on those corners, because she lays in a nice ball right in the middle there. And
yeah, that one just happened to be kind of near post, but yeah, she gets a good ball into the middle most of the time.
Yep. Another nice defending play.
She's got Schwezo in the middle, Stevens on the back side.
Anderson makes a nice pass this time. Schwezo goes for the outside. Just enough to the out. Again, that would have been one of those where, well, again, it's easy for us to say we're staying in a booth.
Yeah.
We're not trying to outshoot the goalie, but again, the short post or the close, near post would have been a nice.
Yeah, it looked like her first touch kind of threw the keeper off and just could have passed it into the near post.
Another nice battle there for Anderson, playing it out to Schwezo. Anderson has it again, takes a touch, sends it back across, and we got
Earlbeck getting onto it. Left, couple shots blocked.
But we still got
Schwezo's
control.
Going to get onto it. And
Schwezo sends it over, but again,
save by Creston's goalie.
She is active. I gotta give the Panthers goalie a lot of credit there. She was active and moving quite a few blocks. Creston's defense did a good job on that. Oh, got a little tangled up in the legs. Good call for the ref.
And here comes Harlan's keeper out. Clear
out to the 30. That gets me a little more nervous.
Absolutely.
I know she's a field player, but
and she's showing quite a bit of speed though, so it makes me less nervous, but still not something I'm comfortable seeing as a former coach. I do not like that.
That'd be one where I'd be saying, no, stay home.
Yeah, and this one will go to half 0-0. Good battle between the teams. Harlan definitely dominating.
Yes, on shots on goal, definitely had a lot more than Creston's barely had the ball on our side. I think it'll be
and you wonder if it's wind factor or what, but Creston defense is holding strong.
Yep. So we'll see what happens in the second half here and how that plays out.
We'll take a quick minute to thank a few sponsors: United Bank of Iowa, Cyclone Lanes, KNOD Radio, Keist Auto Center, Dr. J's Family Eye Care, Paulie Jones Funeral Home,
Conductix Wampler, Shelby County State Bank, Hanson House Senior Living, Shelby County Farmers Mutual and Century Farm Insurance, and the Pearson Family Wellness Center and the Lewis Family Aquatic Complex.
We'll take a quick break and be back with the second half.
At United Bank of Iowa, the difference is here. Conveniently located at the corner of Highway 59 and Pine Street in Harlan, you'll always find a smiling face to greet you and help you with all your banking needs. We offer competitive rates on deposits and loans, and the latest in technology with our online and mobile products. Come and find out for yourself why the difference is here at United Bank of Iowa. Member FDIC.
Welcome back as we get ready for some second half soccer action. As we were kind of talking over, the little break, Harlan unfortunately couldn't get a goal. Had plenty of opportunities, and Creston's defense just holding strong.
They are, and it's just waiting for that moment for Harlan. They had a lot of shots on goal, kept the pressure up. So hopefully this half they can continue that as Creston starts with the ball. But Harlan already turning it around. Yeah,
Anderson already winning it early, and with the wind, Schwezo dribbling straight through.
Through
Good
and
shot,
takes a shot and scores.
Looks like her 25th goal of the year. We're about 20 seconds into the second half. And it looks like the defense just kind of forgot about her.
Yeah, it was. I think they weren't prepared for that quick steal right away up front on the kickoff, because it was basically a kickback and Anderson broke on it right away. And again, she's ready to go. So
yeah, and I was just about to say, you wonder how much the wind is going to be a factor this half. Harlan had the advantage of having it as Anderson steals it again.
Yep.
And
it
great
played
ball
through to Schwezo. And Schwezo takes a left kick and a score on the near side post. So 2 in a row, and within
another 20 seconds, and we got another goal. You wonder how Creston's feeling down there, playing such a good first half defensively, and now Harlan, in the span of a minute,
yes,
2 goals on the board.
And Harlan should just be ready to jump up on this, because it really, after you scored a goal, there's always a letdown on the defense for about the first 30 seconds, 40 seconds here. Yeah, so if they keep that pressure up, they would easily break pretty fast.
It's these quick wins off the kickoff that I think are just, catching the defense sleeping.
Yep, they just weren't quite ready for it. I think they were ready for the ball to get moved up. So Creston this time kind of sent it up, kicked it back, but then sent it up right away to kind of get that pressure off. That was a kind of a good move. Clear for Harlan.
And it's just, you see it there with Schwezo closing down the defender, just the pace she has. And she's going to
sends
switch
it
the
up.
ball.
Kayla Anderson's breaking on it, fighting for it. The goalie's comes out. Kayla's still playing. Got 2 players in the middle. Tries to send it in. Ends up bouncing right into the goalie's hand. So
good look with the left foot from Anderson. You got Creston's defender. Looks like she was trying to shield the ball for the keeper, and the keeper maybe just wasn't sure what was going on. Didn't pick it up.
Harlan, I like that. Harlan D keeping the pressure up. Got a nice turn by Anderson fighting here. Torsen battling it right there on the outside. Now Urbeck kind of keeping that pressure going there.
Yeah, the Cyclones definitely amping up the pressure on the Panthers, making them make mistakes. So you see, forcing them to dribble it out of bounds right there.
We're seeing a little more pressure. The Cyclones put a lot of pressure on in the first half, but this seems a little more intense. Now she's got 2 defenders. Schwezo just couldn't get control of the ball, so it should be a goal kick. It looked like she was.
It looked like the ref was thinking about whistling for a foul, but decided to let it go.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of bumping, but it's one you don't like seeing called. You like to see them play a little bit.
But again, here's where I'd like to see that offense, or at least one offensive player playing up just a little more on that goalie. She's taking these small chip shots to the outside defenders, which are clear back inside not even in the 5. They're clear back by the goal. So
yeah,
just to force the goalie to do something different or put a little pressure on her. I think she might make a mistake with one of those kicks. Here's Schwezo again, got 2 players in the center, but
tries to poke it across just right at the keeper.
Yep.
And like you said with the goal kicks, it's one where the keeper's not going to kick it all the way up to the forward, so slide your defense up and take more of that midfield away, and I think you'll be quick on the attack.
Yep. We could, because we've got a little speedier defenders. We could put them back. Here's the first push for Creston. Sends a deep ball up. But again,
a good ball into the middle. A little bit of a misplay.
Yep, another mistouch. Now it would be nice. Yep, there you go. Goalie comes out, get Creston on that ball.
Panic set in up here watching that.
A lot of toe tapping, the ball back and forth. A little worried that we might even get a score, accidentally scoring on ourselves just by bumping it. Anderson again making some nice moves and forcing it up.
It's a good
and
ball.
A nice ball through to Suizo. Suizo takes another kick. Oh, goalie plays a nice sheet again, playing outside that goal, made a nice stop there.
Yeah, closed down the angle and forced, Suizo made her save it, so.
Yep, she made her work for it because it would have been an easy tap in if she wouldn't have come out of that box.
Again, that's something, with Harlan going into the wind this half, those through balls that have been a little long in the first half are going to check up and, give us a little more chance to get onto them.
Here's a throw for, this is again where we'd like to see the girls start making a run.
But good drop out to Earlbeck. That's a good shot.
Nice shot, just a little bit over the top goal, but she had a nice shot there.
That's a great ball to the top of the box from Suizo. And, Earlbeck gets a good solid connection. I think it just popped up a little bit on her right before she kicked it. So
it'd be a good one for Anderson just to come up. There she goes. She breaks on it right away. Earlbeck gets it, sends a nice switch.
Yeah, that's a good ball from Earlbeck to, looks like Lily Scheckinger on the backside.
Yeah, Scheckinger makes the defense come back. Another nice play play through.
That's one of those you can tell she's a right-footed player because she had that opportunity for a ball to get in with the left foot. And
she had to play it back to her right. That also would have been a nice one where she could have maybe sent it more to the middle than trying to take that near post shot. But again, you're hungry for a goal and you got it there and she had the shot. So again, defense keeping the pressure up on Creston. Here's Kayla Anderson gets one single touch, then a kick out in the back. Should be a corner for Harlan.
Yeah, that's a good help defense from the Creston defender. Anderson was pretty quick onto that missed touch and good recovery there. And yeah, like you said, this would be one you want to see a couple people running to the middle, one running short.
Yep.
Harlan really only sends a couple runners in.
To force that defense of Creston to spread out just a little bit more. Here's B1 to tap back out. Now it sends out to Anderson. Anderson makes a touch and sends it up.
Torniton drops it to Kiergaard, and she winds up to shoot it. That should stay in.
Oh, nice stop by Anderson did with the long leg. Was able to pull that ball back in. That was a nice play, nice footwork by Anderson there.
It's a hard one for us to see, being up here. Ref looked like he was out of position, but Kayla doing a good job of using the tip of her toe to keep it in.
Yeah.
So we'll have a Cyclone throw.
Kiergaard with the right idea, sending it back.
And we'll play it back to Haley. Oh, not a good
Haley
touch.
didn't quite get the touch she wanted. It kind of came off her foot.
Again, that's a pass you like to see, but you like to see a little bit better control out of your keeper on it.
Right. And again, when she is a little more of a field player. Hasn't really played that much goal except for the last couple weeks. So, still doing a great job in that position.
Yeah, a lot of teams don't have that backup keeper, and although it's not her natural position, she's done a really good job filling the void.
Yep.
And Kiergaard's going to send it long. Suizo should get onto this one.
Suizo again, one-on-one with the goalie. Defenders are blocking, and she gets it again. Nice shot. That one right over the top. But this was also one where the goalie this time backed off.
Yeah.
She didn't come out on Suizo, and that, which was kind of surprised me, the whole first half she came out on her, and this time she started backing up, which opened the lane for Suizo to get another shot.
And that's Suizo's got a hat trick tonight. That's 3 for her. So we'll see if Harlan keeps the pressure on because, again, that was a good ball just over the defender, and Suizo able to use her speed to get onto it. You almost feel like watching this that Harlan has a few more girls out there than Creston.
Yeah, it does. Here's another break. Suizo, ball bounces out. Suizo gets another nice stop to send it. Kayla is calling for it. Sends it outside to Stevens, and it was a nice shot on it, but right to the goalie. But here's where the goalie came out of the box and didn't stay back, where
Torrington brings it down, just can't quite get back to the ball.
And I like seeing the girls trying to, chest it and control it rather than just, heading it or just giving it a kick right off the ground. Kind of showing some control there. She was.
The ball was out.
The ball was out. Torrington was out actually too. Her foot was out, but it was a nice idea. She's trying to kick it back in. Oh, they did give it to Harlan for a throw.
Earlbeck finds Stevens, who made a good run, just can't quite keep control of the ball. And right there, Earlbeck saved the ball, but it's one maybe drop it back to your defender.
Yep.
Rather than trying to turn into the person right next to you. As Kiergaard battles really well for the ball.
We really hadn't had to call too many of the defenders' numbers today, which in some ways has been nice because they really have. Our mids and offense have kept the ball up. But here's another push by Creston and an easy clear and control again by Harlan, doing a great job, not just kicking it all the way up, but kicking it to a player and controlling it.
That's something the girls have kind of lost the last few games.
Yeah.
They've been not really possessing the ball like we know they can.
Yep. They play more of that, just send it long and get it out of here, panic. And tonight they're playing a nice control ball and sending it up, and it's been nice to see.
As Cassie Anderson doing a good job on that wing, just winning the ball time and time again.
There she goes again, wins it again.
She's just struggling to find that pass after.
Yep. It's just that single is just waiting to break through. Kiergaard gets it in the middle, sends it through. Got Anderson on the outside, but it looks like it'll be a... Oh, she plays it around the defender, sends it over to Suizo, and she sends it, catches the inside post. Another one of those clear goals, and Suizo would have had her fourth goal for the night. That was a nice pass, though, by Anderson.
And it was one I was surprised she passed. Suizo's already got 3 goals. That's one as a forward. Me personally, I would tend to take that on myself.
Yep.
But
and Anderson could have had the shot.
Yeah.
She did have the ability to take it, but I really like the fact that she passed it. It was a much future cleaner, much better thinking ahead.
I was going to say it's a great pass to the backside and one that should probably be an easy tap in, but
yep.
A little too much power off the near post. And
Suizo got a little excited on it, but she didn't quite break on it as fast either, so...
you maybe wonder if that's one she wasn't really even expecting to, get the ball played to her. And Ivy Stevens with a great ball. Harlan's doing a really good job of playing these split passes.
Yes, and staying in a position. They're not just chasing the ball, but they're actually covering an area. You know what I mean? Where they're not just one person or 2 people bundling up. They're staying spread out, playing back, and to stay in control.
And it's good because Wednesday they have playoff soccer coming up against Trainer, so it's good to see him playing these great through balls like this and staying in position. Good ball on the ground.
Suizo keeps fighting for it and plays it, gets it in. That should have been a handball, and the goalie was down, and we couldn't just get it out of there.
Creston's brick wall at the back just keeps it out. That's good team defense. Doing whatever you can to keep the ball out of the net.
You saw your goalie on the ground, saw her out of position, so the defenders actually basically built a wall behind her, and they kept their hands down. That's impressive because the natural instinct is to put them up to block it, and by keeping them down, they didn't get called for a handball. Again, I give... the Panthers goalie credit there. She kept trying to grab it even though it was Suizo and everybody else was trying to kick it in.
Looked like after the first shot, the keeper lost track of the ball, but again, the help from her defense was awesome down there and able to keep it out. Yeah. And that's going to be a frustrating one for Harlan as you had about 3-4 shots that probably should have scored.
Right. And that all started with a nice through ball by Kiergaard up to Anderson.
Yeah.
Anderson's doing a great job controlling it, but here's that one of those moments where you dribble just a little too long. Could have maybe dumped it back and started over again. But she's had so much success getting around her defender, I can see where that would be easy to do.
Yeah.
She's been able to kind of slide right by her every time. Suizo, good job waiting, staying on side for that.
She takes it wide and
sends it into the next county for. I'm not quite sure. She had Stevens up top
Stevens top of the box and Kayla Anderson backside. Looked like she was going for glory herself though. Which again,
and she did have the shot. It was there. It wasn't like where it just. It looks like she just went all power where it was more like, hey, it could be more of a finesse shot here than.
Anderson wins the ball, tries to find Kayla on the backside, but Creston's defense knocks it away.
And that'll be a corner kick for Harlan. So we'll see who's coming in now.
Torniton and Lily Scheckinger. And we'll see Schwiezo and Earlbeck take a break.
Noriega coming in. It looks like she's waiting to come in.
She was a little late up there, so she'll have to wait till the next one. And
here's a nice run.
A much better
run and setup, and that
should be another corner.
It caught the field goal.
Off
the field goal. So it's going to be another corner for Harlan.
But that's much better. Seeing a lot more girls break for the goal.
Yeah. They all took off. They all spread out. Here's another nice spread out.
And Kayla's putting some good balls in from the corner.
Yep.
So, you might see one of these.
Here comes one more defender coming up.
Again, Creston has nobody up top, so maybe only need to leave one defender back. And
that was a
good ball, just a little close to the keeper.
Yep. Keeper sends this one really deep, but with Harlan already being back, there's
Creston didn't have anybody up there off the kick, so no real threats on that punt from the keeper. As Noriega will come in and give Kiergaard a break.
Creston makes a couple of exchanges also. Probably the first real through ball for Creston.
I think that's about their first attack of the half.
Yep. Ends up being clear to the outside, so it's a throw for Creston. But again, we were already getting it. Harlan did get turned around. Center mid was able to play it up, but Casey Anderson again, one extra touch there, just couldn't get it off her foot.
Again, I think that she's just kind of like Kayla, gotten in the habit of it's been pretty easy to get around her defenders. So.
Yep, and they have been.
And we'll see a ball to Torniton. She's got some speed, just not quite the speed Schwiezo has.
Yeah. Schwiezo's deceptive with her because of her height and her long.
The long strides.
Yep, can just pull away from those defenders.
Torniton with a good touch back across the defender there.
Looking for a nice pass. Ends up just sending it too deep on the outside. So it should be a goal. They call it a corner.
Yeah, it looks like the defender got a foot on it. So it will be a Cyclone corner as Kayla Anderson will trot over to take it.
I said, with nobody back here, it'd be nice to send up, see them.
That's what I was saying.
Send all the other two defenders all the way up.
At least two of them should probably be going up for this. I mean, with Creston having 10 girls back to defend. And, Kayla's got to work on getting this ball a little farther out.
Yeah. And maybe at least one Harlan person, just one of the players running towards the goalie. Not intentionally running her over, but just slowing her up, making her think. Right now she has a clear run to every ball. So
a lot of the times, at least as far as the boys, they set someone on the keeper.
Yeah.
Just to keep the goalie from coming out like that. So, something you'd maybe like to see from the girls, especially in this game with the keeper being as active as she is.
Right. And especially since they're bringing the entire team back on all these corners. Creston literally has nobody, not even their forwards, all the way up. They're keeping them all the way back.
You saw in that last punt, she punted it away, and it was an easy win for Lauren Schmitz. Creston getting real comfortable in possession over here. Kayla Anderson does a good job of winning it back, but just can't keep it. And Noriega with a good deflection to Stevens. Oh, that's tough.
That was looked like it was going to be an easy kick for the Harlan defender, and she kind of just, I'm not going to call it her number, she kind of whiffed it on there. So, and she knows it. She put her hands up over her head as she was running back. So at least she didn't give up on it or get mad at herself. She kept playing. So, and
luckily Ava Miller was back there. And,
there was no pressure from Creston though. There has not been. Overall, the Panthers, even though it was Cyclones ahead 3-0, the Panthers have actually been playing a pretty good game.
And that's a good ball out wide to Torrington. She just can't get it.
It's just out of her.
Played a good outside of the football. Just a little too much weight on it.
Yep. I think they're used to Suizo being able to run all those down with her long strides, and it's again just getting used to who's playing outside for you, and then Noriega makes a nice push up, but gets it stolen again. This is one of those, hey, we've been able to get around our defender, but we're holding on to it just a little too long.
Yeah, and Noriega just trying to settle into the game. This is the first minutes I think I've really seen her get a chance to play lately.
Creston making their first real push up, and really no action. It'll be a goal kick for Harlan here, so...
Yeah, we're about a little over halfway, 18 and a half minutes left in the second half. Harlan, with their little 3-goal strike early, and Creston's kind of settled down since then. A little miscommunication between the Cyclones. You got a couple players in the same area.
Yep, they're not as spread out. It kind of all started positioning themselves again around the ball, where earlier in the game and even in this first half saw them spread out more. So
yeah, they're definitely losing their shape. Not a good thing. And
nice through ball for Creston, and it looks like a foul for Cyclone, so it will be.
It's just going to be a free kick, thankfully.
Thankfully, yes.
Close to a penalty.
Yes, it was right at the top of the bot, or right at the top. So
and this is where having a backup keeper, probably not used to setting a wall or anything. So see how this goes. Good shot off the wall.
Oh, it came off the wall and in. It came off one of our defenders. So
nothing Haley can do about that. It's hard enough. Reading a free kick, and a deflected one is very hard to react to, because that had a good bit of pace on it.
Yeah, that was a nice connection. I think even if it didn't get touched, it would have it was at the right height and everything. It was a nice free kick. So
yeah, didn't quite see the number on who shot that for Creston, but it was a well-placed free kick. So we'll see if maybe that lights a fire under the Panthers, or if the Cyclones can respond quickly. Anderson doing a good job dribbling.
A nice, tries to send it through. Didn't quite get that little bit of a break, but again.
The ref's going to stop play. I think because he got in the way, maybe.
It might have.
Not something I really like to see, as it's just kind of part of the game. Sometimes it happens.
Right.
And Creston,
you kind of stopped the momentum for both teams on that one.
Yeah, it looked like Harlan was going to build an attack off of that one. So obviously I'm biased at the stoppage, but get a couple subs. It looks like Kiergaard's going to come back on and give Kate Kesters a break.
A nice throw by Creston, and they went right between two Harlan defenders, and they still got it up there in a nice clear. But I like the fact that Harlan didn't just clear it to the outside, they cleared it up the field to allow us to get control again. Nice through ball by Anderson.
Looks like Anderson's going to get flagged for offsides. That one, that was a close one.
I think that was a little questionable. But again, we're saying from the top, they're right, supposed to be right on the line. So
I don't know. I thought Anderson timed it pretty well, but obviously not going to argue with the call as he's got a straight line sight down there. And it looks like Lily Scheckinger flailing her arms at it. You don't like seeing that. Deflected ball by Noriega. And a handball.
It looks like a handball. We'll return that call back for the offsides, makeup call. Not really, but it wasn't. Again, those handballs are so objective. To me, it was the ball was bouncing. You could have called handball on either one there.
Kiergaard tries to send it up, but can't just find her teammate.
And Creston now making their second big push, but an easy pickup for.
And Harlan's got some subs in and people in different places. You almost wonder if maybe you don't go back to some of the starters to kind of get control in the game again.
Yeah, because here comes Erbach's coming back in here. Another short throw.
It just seems like Creston's mounting some pressure more often right now.
Yep. Erbach and Schweizer are coming back in along with
Anna
Blake. So still giving a little bit of a break with the starters, but sending a few of them back in. I agree with you. Kind of keep control. It's good to give other players some time, but maybe shorten those minutes up just a little bit on that.
Yeah.
Especially with Creston's kind of building some momentum here.
I mean, they've definitely just mounted a better attack after scoring that first goal off the free kick. You've just seen a lot more attack out of them as Harlan will go quick on the free kick.
Which that was actually a good move. Our forwards were already up. Anderson now bringing it to the outside.
She's got Torrington if she can get it up to her.
Yeah. Again, this is where the girls were in the first half were saying it more to the outside. Now they're kicking it right to them.
And that's a good ball.
There's going. Torrington's got it.
She's got Anderson backside.
Torrington again, telling it right.
And there's a good attempt at a ball across.
Yep.
Oh, that's going to fall to Stevens.
Stevens gets caught up in the middle.
Just a little too long of a touch, and the defenders reacted to it nicely.
There's Noriega kind of gave a little bit of a long pass, kind of out past her own midfielder there.
And that'll go out.
This will be a good time to get some subs in now and switch them out.
As we're going to get Marissa Schmidt, Kayla Anderson, and Cassie Anderson a break. As we talked about Schweizer, Blake, and Earlbeck coming back in.
And I got to say, the Panthers forwards and their center mid definitely more aggressive since their first goal.
Yeah.
It feels like they've got some confidence in saying, hey, I think we can finally break through them. That was a good call there. She kind of got
just a little a little extra shove.
Yep. Extended that arm. If she probably would have kept it closer to her body, it wouldn't have been something called. But
we'll see Ava Miller come up to take the kick.
Here it'd be great to see the players break on that ball. So
again, this is one you might want to have them start a couple steps back so they can start their runs a little earlier. The Panthers goalie's up at the 6-yard box.
Yep.
Torrington.
Oh,
good
she had
job
the right
by
idea.
Torrington.
Yep.
That's one you don't see a lot of hustle after, as most people assume it's going out. But she used her speed and got the corner and.
But it did come off a defender. So
she got the ball off a defender. It was a great effort by her, and being up 3-1 is not one you maybe would expect to see.
And now it'll be interesting to see if they how Harlan plays out, if they take off. Another great spread again by him and a header.
Header from Torrington.
Just
Stevens with a good ball in. Kayla Anderson on the bench, so their corner takers out.
Yep, a nice play though, very nice. And Torrington, it's easy for that header to go up, whereas you're on that corner coming down. You gotta switch how you do your header, and it's easy again for us to say we're sitting in a box and but that's what you like to see. But it was a great idea though.
Yeah, and like we've talked about with the goal kicks, Harlan not quite putting the pressure on the goal kick. So.
Yeah, and the goalie, even though she's doing a great job at goal, I think on the goal kick she's been short every time. So a little extra pressure there would really play well.
Well, and it's something I think both boys and girls Harlan soccer teams have struggled with in years past, being quicker on the early restarts.
Suizo again, now shooting with her, taking a left. She did get tripped up, but they called it a goal kick.
It's a 50-50 call. You could see it going either way. It looked like she got pulled down, but...
Yeah, it looked like it, but...
See, and here you go. This is what you like to see. A little bit of pressure.
Yeah,
and with that ball across the box, that's one as a coach you hate to see.
Yeah, because you could either have Erbach or even Suizo. It's a Suizo play right there.
If they take that early quick step, that's an easy win for them.
Yep. Because the defense, you already have one defender even with the goalie, so you're never going to be offsides on that. And but again, that's the advantage of sitting up here. We can see where all the players are at. And so Erbach, that's nice battle through, and she's taking it out, looking to send it across.
Good ball across. And Noriega puts it back in. Torrington
trying to didn't quite get her foot on it.
That's a good ball
through, and Suizo just couldn't get quite there. That was a nice play through, playing that ball control.
Anna Blake getting some minutes, and good ball across the box by her.
Yep, just a step ahead of what Suizo could get to.
And there we got Earl Beck with a good throw. It's just, again, Suizo not quite turning and running on those early, so you see if she does, she could probably get onto those. Good deflection from Noriega. And a good ball up to Suizo.
Suizo takes it to the out. Again, she went back and she went to her left.
Good left foot.
Nice left foot.
Suizo.
Yeah, it looked like she was going to want to try to shoot with her right and realize, hey, I'll go back to my left. So that would be her fourth goal for the night with about 8 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
Great job.
Good little hesitation from Suizo to fake the cut back and then go right back towards goal. Definitely confused the defender.
Yes. Yeah, because I think the defender was thinking she was going to stay right, and so that was nice to see. Did have a few subs for Harlan come on. Didn't quite catch all of them that came in.
Looks like Kayla Anderson's back on. Casey Anderson's back on. And that's the ones that I can tell.
Yeah.
Miller will play it up. She gets it to Suizo off the deflection. Just not a great job controlling her dribbles there, and can't keep possession, and out on the Panthers for a Cyclone throw. Earlbeck has Suizo if she keeps running.
Yeah.
Suizo using the basketball post-up move. You'd like to see her just run.
Just take off and run. She had 3 extra steps, so that ball would have easily gone over her head. So,
and there's no offsides on the throw. So,
right.
Definitely one that she can just keep going, and Earlbeck's shown that she can throw it a good distance.
Yeah, she has a good throw, and they've all been right on to where she wants it to be. Here's Creston now making their first big push. Number 5 for Creston, Zoe Ralston actually made a nice run through on that.
Yeah, and just went with the quick shot so she could get one off. Haley Good just there in a good position.
Yep. Which is actually is kind of nice. Keep making sure she stays awake. It's easy to kind of get, kind of getting caught up in the game when the ball spent most of its time on the other half. Hadn't had to see much action, and she's been. Looks like we have Lauren Schmidt coming back in.
And Ivy
Stevens.
Kayla Anderson with the ball in the middle, and she'll go long. It's going to be one that the keeper gets. Again, this is where
that would have been where
you need Harlan's midfield to press up.
Yeah, especially with the goalie being all the way up by the 15, playing with it. Looks like Harlan's also now sending in a few other probably JVers or substitutes that have not probably got a lot of playing time. Number 23, Jada Solis, and
17, Lyneth Heredia.
Yep. Kind of nice to be able to say we're in a position where we can get more players some time. And Marisha Schmidt is just waiting for her to get her number to get called back in, which should be right about here.
Yeah,
so she's coming in.
With playoff soccer coming up, you like to see them get the subs in.
Yep.
You don't want to see anybody get hurt this late in the game with the game in control.
Yeah.
Stevens gets the ball. She'll get it into Torniton. And that'll get played out for a throw.
Again, Stevenson's done some pretty good footwork here. And then a last minute coming in.
Mebi Chavez Elias.
And then we have one more coming in. Number 22. Angie Ortiz is coming in. Nice throw in. For Harlan, but Creston making a push. Panthers, again, number 5. Zoe Ralston trying to make a run, but
Kate
the defenders.
Kester's there to see the ball out.
Yeah.
Harlan can't quite keep possession, but Cassie Anderson still fighting for it. Gets it out wide to Kayla Anderson.
Kayla's moving it right down. Nice center right there. And tips. Oh.
Going to get whistled for offsides. Again, that was another close one, but a great ball in from Anderson, and Stevens right there.
Right there.
Just a very close play, and Steven keeper's
a little bias there.
Anyways,
yeah.
So
and with the keeper being out so far, it makes it a little harder to.
And this is one with the keeper being so far out. Kayla's got a pretty strong foot. There
it is. Stevens gets a nice. Another bounce out. Here's where having a few of the subs that aren't quite ready to break or have not had some time playing. Had another ball right at the top, but here's Noriega fighting again, doing a good job. Kester's went to clear it, but didn't get her foot all the way on it. So it's Creston's now making another push.
Yeah, what I was saying is that, you almost wonder if Anderson might take a little cut in and take a long shot. She's the one playing the corners in and everything. With the keeper at the 6, might be able to get it chip over her head. As we'll have a Cyclone free kick with about 3 minutes left in the second half.
Both teams getting some of their subs in, getting some time, which is... It's always nice when you can get a team in, to get some players in, to get some extra playing time. Always builds for the future. Especially when the game's kind of in control as it comes to soccer.
Yeah. And, it's just nice to kind of reward the players that practice and everything, get them some varsity minutes. And
Yep.
As the Panthers are going to possess it down the line. Good ball through the middle.
Another pressing on the out they have.
Lauren Schmidt's there, though, and Kate Kester's also there to help.
and just kind of clear it to the outside. Smart move just to go ahead and kick it out. You got control of the game.
And now, we'll see Angie Ordonez come on.
Yep. A real high throw for Creston.
Not sure if it slipped out of her hands or what, but that's one that, if she takes some of the height off of it and gets distance, that's a dangerous throw. Stevens dribbles through.
Gone. There we go. Anderson's got a nice push to the outside. Had to wait up just a little bit for it. Nice turn in.
That's
and
a good ball to the backside.
Good ball to the backside. And
Stevens avoiding fouling the keeper.
That was close.
Yeah.
Stevens was...
That was a great ball from Anderson, a good in-swinging ball from the outside.
And then Stevens having the awareness to slow down just as the goalie was coming out to get it. So
and looks like Zoe or Alston's going to get whistled for a foul on Noriega. So Harlan will have a free kick. Creston setting up their offsides trap at about the 20. And there's a good ball outside by the Panthers. Just can't quite find that connection. Just under a minute left in the half. So this should bring your Harlan Cyclones to a final record of 13-4 going into the playoffs.
About 30 seconds left. Creston's making their final push. The goalie does come out, sends it out. Nice. That's a nice clear all the way out.
Yeah.
Good ball.
If you get a couple players paying attention, they're able to possess it. And it looks like...
time stops. One of the Creston players took a... Cyclone went to kick it off, and with only about a yard apart, she took the Creston player, Panther player, took a shot right to the forehead. Or nose. She grabbed her face as soon as it hit. I saw her head kind of go back just a little bit. So it was a good power kick because she was trying to clear it. So
this is one, just take the time, make sure she's all right.
Yeah. So while they're doing that, it would be a great time to recognize some of our sponsors. And we have United Bank of Iowa, Cyclone Lanes, KNOD Radio, and Keast Auto Center. Dr. J's Family Eye Care.
Polly Jones Funeral Home, Conductix Wampler, Shelby County State Bank, Hanson House Senior Living, Shelby County Farmers Mutual, and Century Farm Insurance, as well as the Peterson Family Wellness Center and Lewis Family Aquatic Complex.
It's good to see the Panther. She's up and walking out. Like I said, I think she took a pretty good shot to the head, so it's good that she's up and walking and...
And, thank you to Pitt's Chiropractic. We got Dr. Larry Kittner down there checking on her to make sure she's okay.
She's got a little smile on her face coming to the sideline, so I think she's okay.
As we'll play the last 13 seconds out.
So a quick throw by Creston trying to make one more push, but that clear should take care of the ball all the way to the end of the game here.
2, 1.
And that is it.
And your Cyclones will go to 13-4, and they will play Trainer Wednesday the 17th for their first round of playoff action.
It should be a really good game.
Yeah, Trainer was a team that went to state last year, so the Cyclones could have their hands full.
Yeah, I think they're going to need to come and be ready to play. If they play the style like they did tonight and be able to control it a little bit, I think it'll be a great game.
Yeah, so congrats to both teams on a good, hard-fought game, and we'll catch you next time.
Yep.